We plan on a mission.
We are going to unmask the court.
The owls are in the house.
50 court members and their security equals you guys dead.
Isn't it nice when the good guy wins?
Watch the new documentary series 100 Days to Indy this Thursday at 9/8 Central.
Now at 10, clashes, chaos, and arrests at a Glendale school board meeting. Tempers flare as protesters face off over how schools teach gender and sexuality.
Plus, a retired Marine fights off a pair of would-be thieves who attack him in his garage. And it is not the first time police in Orange County are investigating a string of similar robberies.
And only on 5, cashing in on catalytic converters. Thieves target a local car dealership, stealing dozens of converters in just minutes. The battle to stop them now on the news at 10. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. A protest over LGBTQ policies in schools turns violent, leading to fistfights, shouting matches, and arrests outside a Glendale school board meeting.
The chaos coming on the same day America's largest LGBTQ organization declared a national state of emergency for the first time ever. Sky 5 was overhead as police moved in to arrest one of the protesters. Officers are seen pushing the crowd back as they take that man into custody. It was just one of many tense moments fueled by the issue of pride in schools.
KTLA 5, John Finilio is live in Glendale tonight with a look at what fueled the outrage. John.
Sharon, Micah, that's right. The parking lot you see behind me here swelled with about 200 people outside the Glendale Unified School District's board meeting today. Most of these protests were peaceful, but a small group of people did break out into fights. There was violence, pepper spray, and of course, arrest. Police arrested 3 people after all of this chaos. All of this upon the inclusion of LGBTQ plus studies in the classroom. Fists fly outside a Glendale Unified School District board meeting. Pro and anti-LGBTQ plus protesters clashing over the school board's plan to adopt a resolution designating June as LGBT Pride Month, something they've done since 2019.
We are fighting for the rights of those children who don't want to be indoctrinated.
Those opposed to recognizing LGBTQ plus issues in schools and conservative groups say California's curriculum, which is what Glendale Unified follows, on LGBTQ plus issues is not appropriate for children.
We're talking about children. We're not ready for such choices. It confuses them. And ultimately, these are things that parents should decide.
The superintendent says there is simply no agenda and that a lot of protesters are being fed misinformation.
Our primary focus in our school district is to be inclusive. Every student matters, every family member matters. We do follow in a public system state laws and California Department of Education guidelines. And sometimes that may be of concern to some parents. But at the end of the day, my message is let's reach out to one another.
Advocates say that LGBTQ plus representation is especially important in schools, insisting that being an LGBTQ plus person is not a choice.
We're here, all of us. All of us belong in this education. All of us need to be represented.
The folks on the other side say they are not homophobic. Do you believe them?
No, not at all. I've seen their website. I've seen the things that they say.
Carrie Vargas is a Glendale Unified teacher and parent.
No one's handing us a curriculum and saying you have to teach kids to be gay. Like I don't even understand. I don't think they know what they're talking about. And we don't have any prescribed LGBTQ plus curriculum. We just don't leave gay people out of the equation.
All right, Glendale Unified has issued a statement spelling out what is taught in the classroom. This in response to those anti-LGBTQ plus demonstrators. That statement goes on to spell out very clearly what is taught regarding inclusion and the recognition of LGBT people. We're live in Glendale. I'm John Finilio, KTLA 5 News.
John, thank you. Meantime, the LA School Board has unanimously approved a resolution encouraging lessons about the LGBT